I should probably get this coffee drunk before it gets cold. Oy. Hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here. So, what do you want to talk about? As we have Milo stealing the show. That might be a surprise to a lot of people, actually, because I know not everyone reads the community posts. As well as the fact that there are some videos that he has not appeared in yet. So yeah, but we'll get on to that in a moment. As this is going to be a little bit of an update video in regards to stuff happening in the future, because there is next week that I do want to talk about, and there is stuff impacting the schedule. But I'll just address things right here in regards to next week. There will be no videos on YouTube and Patreon. Everything's all well and good. I mean, it will be if Ferrari managed to stay out of trouble, but that's an impossible challenge, right? So, yeah. Reason why I mentioned Ferrari is because next week I will be going to the British Grand Prix, so that's why I will not be uploading any videos, because I'll be leaving in the early hours of Wednesday morning. So, really, Monday and Tuesday of next week are the only days that I'm here. So, it's a bit of an understandable element to why there will be no videos next week, and as well as the fact that it's been quite some time since I've actually, I guess, initiated on a little break. So, but you know, with me, I don't like to take breaks when it comes to making videos and all of that. It's something like, if I take, I mean, I was gonna say that I'm probably gonna get bored. I won't get bored being at Silverstone, but say if I took a week and I was still here, I would probably get bored and have that itch to get back to editing and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's been some time. Obviously, there's been weeks where I've gone half-seas, I guess, on terms of recording and editing, but that's also because of the fact that I've been busy with my other project, my audio series. So this is like the first time in a, as far as I can, as long as I can remember. I can't even remember the last time I actually had a break, but this is like the first time in quite some time that I've had a proper break where no videos and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, that's why I wanted to start out this video like that, because of the fact that I wanted to inform you guys, let you all know why there's no videos next week. So if you're wondering where's the boys, where's Supernatural, between the upcoming week of the 3rd of July to the 10th of July, that's why. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully it will be sunny, hopefully it will be not problematic, but like I said, with the way the Ferrari are going this year, yeah, so don't worry, alcohol will just sway me away. So yeah, but yeah, so I do want to talk about the schedule, because there are shows that are going to be concluding soon. I've already finished watching iZombie on Patreon. Of course, we've only got like, 3 episodes left to go for YouTube to catch things up. And so there comes the question of what is going to be replacing it. So, I'm going to be reacting to the Vampire Diaries. Which, yeah, my fiance actually was really pleased about the prospect of me reacting to that. She's told me that at some point I'll be having to watch the originals, which I'm assuming is a spin-off, like in the similar vein to how Angel is to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. So yeah, but my fiance is I would say, a pretty big fan. She's watched the majority of it, so, yeah, but, she, like I said, she was very pleased with the prospect that I was going to be reacting to the Vampire Diaries, so, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. I already, made the notice on Patreon, and, yeah, I'll be reacting to that on the first week that I'm back. In terms of YouTube, it will, probably begin, maybe the second week of August, and I'll explain why in a moment. It mainly has to do with a few of the shows that are coming in the last week of July, but yeah, on Patreon, I'll be starting on probably the 11th of July. So if you guys cannot wait and want to check out my full reactions, of course, then July the 11th is where it's going to be. So yeah, and I'll be reacting to that twice a week because I know it's hey, what are you doing? He's trying to take his... I don't know where you're trying to take your little map, but you're not going to get far. But yeah, it's going to be 2 episodes a week. I know this show has a lot of seasons in it, as well as the fact that, like I said, in regards to the originals, that's probably going to take some time. So, yeah, that's going to be a 2 episode a week deal. And when I do watch The Vampire Diaries, in regards to Charmed and Supernatural, because, of course, I'm doing them 2 times a week, I have decided that I'm going to do a little bit of a bi-weekly thing. So both Charmed and Supernatural can still get their fair share of 2 episodes during, like, a week, for example. So Charmed could have 2 episodes a week on 1 week, and then Supernatural will have 2 episodes, and then Charmed, and then rinse and repeat. And I mean, I'm a fair chunk of the way. I mean, I'm about to hit halfway mark in terms of watching Charmed entirely. So I'm a fair chunk of the way, of course, into Supernatural. I've just crossed the halfway point of season 6. So yeah, I feel like doing them in a bi-weekly format in terms of which in terms of 2 episodes a week for both Charmed and Supernatural is a pretty neat solution, because obviously you don't want to fill your eggs, so many eggs in one basket. So that's why I decided to do, and it's not the first time, because I'm sure I've done that before in terms of having a little bit of a bi-weekly format between 2 shows. So yeah, Charmed and Supernatural will do that. So I can still give, I guess, both Charmed and Supernatural a bit of extra love, like, you know, every 2 weeks and all of that. So yeah, so like I said, when 1 week it'll be Charmed with 2 episodes, and then the next Supernatural, then Charmed, and that will happen until the foreseeable future. So I don't know when both Charmed and Supernatural will both have 2 episodes a week again, but that's gonna kind of be the case until I guess I'm a fair way into the Vampire Diaries. So yeah, but like I said, I know that show has a lot of episodes, as well as accounting for the originals. So I'm going to, of course, focus on getting a lot of episodes of the Vampire Diaries out as much as possible. So yeah, and of course, there's Once Upon a Time, which I've just concluded season 6, so I'm going to be rolling on to season 7, the final season, which is going to be interesting, because if you know, you know. Yeah, I'll be, of course, going through that. And then The Boys, I've just concluded season 2, so I'll be rolling on to season 3. And I'm in no rush on that, because I know season 4 is not going to be happening until the writer's strike has been resolved. So pay your writers. They're essential. So, yeah. With Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so what I am doing with season 4 is I'm reacting to 2 episodes a week. So rather than just reacting to one 20-odd minute episode a week, I'm reacting to 2 20-odd minute episodes a week. So it's basically like your standard show, where it's usually a 40-minute episode. That's the case with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'll be reacting to 2 episodes a week, so that will kind of push things along there, won't it? So yeah. As well as your Disney Plus shows as well, I've got Secret Invasion currently going on, of course, but then there's the Ahsoka series that's coming out in August, which I'm so looking forward to checking out, so yeah. But also, in regards to Patreon exclusive stuff, I've got I've started a new show to replace Xena Warrior Princess, considering that I finished that some time ago. Do you want to come here, Milo? Come here. Here you go. And, yeah, I concluded Xena some time ago. And I asked the people on Patreon what they wanted me to react to in terms of the Patreon exclusive show, and Gilmore Girls won it. So I am kind of dancing in between the realms of posting just the first episode onto in terms of YouTube, but that will be it. There will not be a continuation of sorts, and I'll explain that in the pre-reaction bit. So if I do decide to do it, but at some point in the future, I might publish the first episode just to give you guys a little bit of a tease and whatnot, and I guess so, because I know there's quite a lot of people that love Gilmore Girls, so I might do a little bit of a treat for the Catter Crew, because you know I love the Catter Crew, so yeah. But that's TBC. That's TBC at the minute. So yeah, but yeah, Gilmore Girls. I am currently 9 episodes into the first season. So yeah, again, if you want to check out Gilmore Girls, you don't have to, of course, but it's on Patreon, as well as my movie reactions that I do more regularly now. I feel like I'm doing them a bit more regularly than I did in the past couple of years, more so 2022. That's when I think I stepped things up a bit, but I think I'm stepping things up a bit further. So yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but of course the movie reactions are there as well. So yeah. But yeah, I do want to talk about 2 other shows that are coming in late July that I did mention. And that's going to have a little temporary effect on the schedule, because like I said, with the Vampire Diaries, that's 2 episodes a week, and then Supernatural and Charmed have their little bi-weekly slot in terms of which show is going to which show is going to have its double dosage for the week. But when it comes to the last week of July, and I'd say from the last week of July for a few weeks, because I don't know when I'm going to be finished watching these shows, but I plan to watch them all as soon as possible. There are 2 shows that I have reacted to in the past in regards to their first seasons that are going to be available both on Amazon and Netflix. I am talking about Heartstopper and Good Omens, and yes, I will be reacting to them both. So, again, like I said, I don't want to fill so many eggs in one basket, so for a few weeks, and like I said, it's only a temporary occasion, but this makes sure that, every show, rather than put one show on pause or whatever, it allows every show to have its moment to flourish. But for a few weeks at least, until I do conclude things, the Vampire Diaries, Charmed and Supernatural will only have 1 episode. No bi-weekly thing, no double episodes of the Vampire Diaries, and that's in effect from the last week of July, so I guess from July 24th. So yeah, but that's so I can watch as much of Good Omens and as much as Heartstopper as much as possible, and then business as usual. So awesome. So yeah, that is that for the schedule. Of course, if you want to keep up to date, check up the community feed. The community feed. You can tell this is my first coffee of the morning, but yeah, check my community feed if you want to keep up to date, because I am posting weekly schedule updates just in case, I am ill or whatever, or just to keep you guys informed in terms of what you can expect in terms of which episode of Supernatural is going to hit on Patreon this week, etc., etc. So yeah. And I am also continuing with my audio series throughout the year, because I have 2, I guess, little spin-off series that are happening following Series 4. Series 4, I loved editing. It was stressful at times, but I've released all the episodes of Series 4, and a big thank you to everyone who might have listened. I know that this might be a skippable segment in terms of this update video, but no, in all seriousness, like I said, a big thank you to everyone who listened and everyone who did decide to partake in this audio series, because I loved the way it turned out, and like I said, I'm continuing things in regards to writing and, of course, editing the episodes, because I have the Jade spin-off series, which is going to be released on September 16th, I think it is, or 17th. It's one of those dates. I would check Twitter, but Elon Musk happened. So, yeah. Because I made the announcement there. So, yeah. Once it gets working again, yeah. But it's going to be happening in between those dates. So, yeah. As well as I've got a spin-off for Time Point 2. That is going to be happening on October 7th. So, yeah, I'll divulge into more details on my Twitter feeds and whatnot in regards to what to expect with those series on July 23rd, aka the 7th year anniversary since I published my first ever episode. Hoi! So, yeah, that is something to look forward to if you're interested in regards to the Catterson Chronicles, but yeah, go and check out Series 4. It's a blast, and it has some familiar voices that I'm sure a lot of you will be able to recognise, but just overall, it's a blast of a series. And before I forget, also a little bit of an announcement that might catch a few people by surprise. I am in the process of making my own website. Hey! It's still got a bit of work to put into it, but hopefully at some point in August I'll be able to publicly reveal it. But, you know, that's TBC at the minute, so... But that should help in terms of ease of navigation to stuff on terms of Patreon, like if you want to watch a specific season of a show, I don't care for Charmed Season 1, I do care for Charmed Season 3, so it should help in terms of ease of navigation, as well as other stuff as well, so be on the lookout for that. I guess more details will emerge soon once I've figured things out, but it's made big progress as of these last couple of weeks. So, I will be launching my own website. So, awesome. Exciting. Ooh, goosebumps. But yeah, in terms of this channel, I think that's it really. So, I do want to talk about life updates. But first, I've got a special guest. If I can find him. Milo, where are you? You're just right there. Say hello to Milo, although I'm sure quite a few people have already said hello to Milo, because I made a post on the community feed, as well as the fact that he's appeared in some videos, so it's not like this is his first time on the camera or whatever, but I got him a month ago. Hello. And he's just so amazing. He's settled in really, really well. He's about to get his second injection this upcoming week, so but we need that so we can take you for walkies, can't we? So we'll give it a couple of weeks, of course, before we do. We're training him right now in terms of being able to be on the leash and whatnot, but he's pretty much settled in, and he's just been a real delight. A lot of people were just in awe when, not just in terms of I'll put you down now, not just in terms of the cat crew, but also in public. Like me and my fiance, we were bringing him to the vets and all of that, and there were quite a few people just in awe because we were just carrying this little puppy, and he has grown so much. It's crazy. It is crazy how much time flies over the course of the month. I'll even show you a picture of what he was like compared to right now, and he was a lot smaller as well. So it kind of makes me sad that he has grown up so much. So this is what I'm imagining. This is, a kind of a similar vibe and all of that to seeing a kid grow up. What's your fascination with the mat today? So yeah, but no, he's my little boy, and I love him so. But we got him just a month ago, really, and he's just been a real delight, and we have been getting him accustomed and all of that in terms of course, toiletry needs and everything. He's just had, like, I guess his first proper bath. Because we were waiting to get some pet shampoo and all of that. And we did, spray him and all of that. So I don't think it's his first proper bath ever. But in terms of our place, yeah. So didn't like it. So yeah. But yeah, that's Milo, and I'm sure he'll be stealing the show quite a bit more. He's currently in his teething phase at the minute as well, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, oddly enough, he does like bottles as well, like little plastic bottles. So probably because of the bounce element, but also I think ever since he started teething, yeah, so... But yeah, he's just been a real delight so far, and I'm sure he's going to bring many more. I mean, he's already brought a lot of happy memories, but I'm sure he's going to bring many happy memories in the future, as well as, I guess, to the Catter crew as well. So, yeah, like I said, you'll be seeing him quite a bit in the future. Especially when I do catch up on in terms of videos, in terms of like catching up in terms of the present, I guess, because obviously I'm like a month behind, and that's obviously deliberately, not like I'm stacked or anything, but obviously Patreon get stuff and like far well in terms of the present day, and YouTube is like a month behind or maybe 2, depending on the show. So yeah, but yeah, I guess final note, because this recording is getting on quite a bit, I do want to talk about considering I think today is actually dead on the halfway mark of 2023. What the frig? Why? How is time just operating that fast? Yeah, I do want to talk about life updates, but first I'm going to get a refill on coffee, because I don't know how long this segment's going to be, but yeah, as well as the fact that this is getting cold and I need to put some stuff in the dryer, so, and just like that, I'm back. So, yeah. Hopefully 2023 has been great for you guys, as we do hit halfway terrain, and hopefully the second half will just continue to be as great, if not even better. So, yeah. I do wish I could say that 2023 has been a blast for me, but honestly, yeah. It was a very difficult start for me. I mean, I was just coming off a very iffy December, but things just were just made even worse. Like, especially transitioning from 2022 to 2023. My mental state took a real slump, and yeah, it was a real difficult time. In all honesty, so. I'm not going to get too much into the specifics in terms of the contributions that really kicked my rear end, but yeah, I mean, I was just in a very vulnerable spot, and it came to like at some point in February where my mentality just dipped to the lowest point it has been for quite some time. I would say since the dreaded 2020 days, because those were the worst years for me in terms of my mentality and all of that. But yeah, I mean, there was at some point in February where I just decided I'm just gonna black out from social media and just take some time to just I don't know, think for myself and all of that. So, because my mentality was just in a very difficult place where I just had that feeling where I was alone completely, and yeah, so, but but things have been better since then. I mean, I still have my moments of vulnerability and anxiety and depression and all of that. There will still be moments where I don't feel good enough. Don't get me wrong, but I have taken a big step since the beginning of 2023. So, I think I should have taken... I mean, this just shows how... I mention it all the time when it comes to, like, very impactful episodes that focus on mentality and all of that. About the fact that I do not listen to my own advice. I will offer the sound advice and whatnot in terms of looking after one's mental health and all of that. And here's me just neglecting to take that advice. So, yeah, but on all honesty, looking back, my hair, it's a good job I'm getting this cut because my hair just decided to just go whoosh. But yeah, I feel like I should have taken a break from everything, from YouTubing, from Patreon and all of that. But I was fine. Yeah, I was fine in regards to recording. That's what my head was telling me. You know, the whole, I'm fine when you're not fine. Yeah, that was me. I was so determined that, you know what, this can be a good distraction from what is currently happening in the outside world, in my personal life. So, yeah. So, yeah, but like I said, looking back right now, I should have taken a break when my mentality did slip. So, like I said, I'm not going to talk about the specifics because I know what I guess kick-started things, but I'm not going to go into dramatics and all of that. I will say I lost a couple of close people in regards to them no longer being connected in my life, and that really, because of the fact that I do have such a, you know, good, like, especially when it comes to good friends, I have such a, like, I guess, emotional attachment when it comes to, you know, friends and all of that, because, you know, I you know, love to connect and all of that. It did have a bit of an impact, but I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go into the explanation of how it all stemmed about. That's just basically, that's just basically a little explanation, the short answer of things. So, yeah. But there were other factors as well, that really, kicked my rear. So, and like several people just ganging up on you and you on the floor. Kind of like Logan Paul, actually, in Money in the Bank last night. So, yeah, kind of like Logan Paul. It's terrible that I'm comparing myself to Logan Paul. Ugh. Ugh. Sour taste down this coffee, Liam. But yeah, that's basically the good comparison, because there was like several wrestlers that were just ganging up on him, and it was just glorious. But yeah, just kind of like that. That's basically how all my problems were to me in those months, where, you know, there was so many issues, and I was just completely done. So, but I'm in a better place now, so no worries and all of that. But I think next time I'm just gonna, like, have probably because my fiance wasn't living with me at the time as well. She is now, but I'll probably have my fiance just be, because she does have common sense. So she's probably, like, out of the pair of us, she's probably the one with common sense. So I'm probably going to have her tell me, take a break, because, you know, this isn't good for you, despite what you're going to say to yourself. So, but, you know, that's how my stubborn mind worked at the time, where I was thinking, you know what, this is a good distraction. Because, you know, watching shows and all of that, I would say usually is for a person. But I feel like with reacting, there's a lot more, obviously, with the editing and all that jazz. So, yeah. Um, but that's how my mind operated. Like, it's a good distraction because I'm just going to be focused on either another element of pain, I guess, or, you know, I'm just going to laugh my feelings away, etc. in regards to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all that jazz. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm in a better place now. I'm going to the gym a bit more. Although I have been this week for the sole purpose because of the fact that I'm not going to get that opportunity within the next week. So I'm kind of changing things up between Monday and Tuesday in terms of this upcoming Monday and Tuesday where I'm going to... Well, I usually go to the gym on Tuesday anyways, but not on the Monday. And, you know, this week will be a bit different because of the fact that I'm kind of making things up, even though that, you know, I will still be doing a bit of exercise because, do you want to upon that little... Milo's surprising me because of the fact that he wants up. Because I've got a beanbag, as you can see, there's a little, like, footrest thing. And he wants up on that, so, yeah. But, yeah, I'll still be doing a little bit of exercise in regards to walking and all of that because of the fact that Silverstone, there is a lot of walking involved. So, over the course of, like, 4 days, really, yeah, there is a lot of walking. I mean, there is the Wednesday, but we're not going to go, me and my mum, because... that's who I'm going with. We're not going to be... I don't think we're going to be going anywhere on the Wednesday. Thursday we're going to the track. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, your usual stuff for the F1 because you got practice, you got qualifying, you got the race. So yeah, but still I want to make the most of it. So yeah, as well as the fact that I'll be probably eating a lot at Silverstone because it's your holiday, you're allowed to flourish, right? So I'll be eating and drinking quite a bit. So if Twitter is working, which it won't, I apologize for any drunk tweets or whatever. So hey, watch it. I thought so. But yeah, that's basically me. I mean, I'd say these last couple of months, well, apart from the last month of getting Milo, but apart from that, it's been, you know, pretty quiet, I would say, in regards to, you know, stuff happening in general. It's just been, you know, better in terms of emotions and all of that. Like, ever since March hit, I feel like things have been on an incline in terms of mental health and all of that. Like I said, I'll still have my moments where I'll just want to huddle up into the bed and just rest away. But it's not as bad as what January and February were. So that's, you know, that's a huge plus, I would say. So, whoa, nearly fell there. This is the problem with him. Like, sometimes he'll just jump and then he doesn't have any balance whatsoever. Like, when it comes to the sofa, there are moments where my heart just like boom, 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 because of the fact that he's about to fall. So, yeah. But he's getting the hang of it. You're only young, so you've got a long way to go. But yeah, that's basically... I wanted to give a bit of an update because it is also really good to talk about, you know, what's been happening, especially since it's the halfway point of the year. I thought it would be okay to talk about, you know, what's been happening with me this year and how terrible 2023 has been so far. So, well, I say that as if the entirety of these, like, past 6 months has been terrible. It's mainly been January and February, but... I mean, I feel like that has been the biggest... I mean, apart from Milo, I would say, because he's just a good boy. I'd say that January-February slump has been the biggest impact this year, which, you know, doesn't really bode well, does it? So, yeah, but... yeah, I mean... It is okay to talk about stuff and all of that. And like I said, hopefully 2023... has been good for you guys, and the rest of this year is going to be even better. So, yeah, but I think I'm going to end it here because we're at the 36-minute mark. This is my problem. I ramble. And we go on a long tangent, and I don't expect anyone to stick around for the full 36 minutes. So, but when there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to talk about. And with me being me, I do like to talk, I guess. So, because I over-explain and I overdo it. So, yeah. But, no. Hopefully these updates have, I guess, informed you really, really well. It's a mouse. Not a mouse, it's a computer mouse. Oh, man. But yeah, hopefully these updates have gone by well with you guys. So yeah, be sure to check out the community feed every week for your weekly schedule updates and all of that. Because there is a lot of stuff to, I guess, unpack really in regards to, okay, when to expect this, when to expect that, etc. But also just in terms of any, you know, general updates, like, can't react, I'm ill, so, yeah, but, yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic week, don't miss me too much, nah, there's other reactors out there, so, you guys will be fine, awesome, but yeah, I will see you guys, I mean, if not, you know, within the rest of this day, I'll see you guys, especially those on Patreon, even though I'm still loading videos on YouTube on this date, but I'll see you guys on July 10th. So, until then, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys take good care of yourselves. And until the next time, toodles!